Hello and welcome to High Caliber TV, your source for figure and model updates every Wednesday and Friday. So today on the Workbench, I'm just going to be showing the basically finished product. He's basically done now. He had a coat of gloss on. That was the photo I posted on Facebook and Pinterest a few days ago. And now that that's all completely dried, I applied the oils and the pigments. And I'm not sure if the lighting is very good, but he is just a filthy man now. I tried to apply oils as much as I could. The first coat of oils was a mix of green, black, and burnt umber. Not in equal measures, by the way. The green was by far the lowest amount in the three-color mix. And of course I thinned them down with mineral spirits as always. But I ran that through the whole coat, and anything that was green, anything like that, shied away from places like the base and the face and pieces of equipment that would not have naturally green tinges to them. And like I said, the green wasn't overpowering. So that's the majority of the oil washes. And then to the rest of the figure, I applied just sort of equal parts burnt umber and black, which was also very thin. None of these were of a consistency that didn't run. And that's why I applied the gloss, as always, to reduce the surface tension on the figure. So once all that stuff dried for 15 minutes, I cleared most of it away and worked the rest of it into the crevices and into the areas that I wanted it to go into. A lot of the second mix was applied at the base here in areas like that smudge on the top of his coat, into the armpits. And also the second coat was applied just below his chin to start working on his 5 o'clock shadow, and in the hands and things like that. The great thing about these oils is that they're actually oil, and so they look like grime, like he just jumped out of a half track or something like that, where someone had spilled oil, or like he had to climb up the muddy embankment that he's standing on. And I can't say enough good things about oil, and I'm really glad that I found the videos about it from Lester Bursley, and I think Buy Painted did some videos that really turned me onto it. And of course now people like the tank art guys and things like that doing all the oil rendering, it's just perfect. It really adds another layer of depth. And then on top of that, I added the pigments, as always, attempting to randomize the scuffs and the wear on the jacket. The lion's share of the pigment was this MIG dark mud. To that I thinned it with Thinner for Washes by MIG. Great stuff. It works really well. It's simple. I mean, you just thin the pigments down in a disposable cup and then apply it where it's necessary. Wait for it to cure for a little bit and then clear it away very gently with a soft brush that you can thin with the thinner, or you can use mineral spirits as well. And then to other areas. So for that, I worked that into the base of the coat, and then on his 5 o'clock shadow as well. And then for general wear, faded Panzer Gray, it's a neutral gray, but it's on the dark side of that. So scuffs and things like that in general wear, you won't notice that there's gray on the figure, but you'll notice that the coat and his face, the lower cheekbones, they aren't brown. It's with the gray, it really tones it back. And there's random points on the coat. I can't point any of them out because they're blended in now, but I applied the Panzer Gray over top of a lot of the browns and worked it into areas where, say, there was a clear delineation from the dark brown to the green on the coat. And I didn't want that. I wanted it to look like the muck. A lot of it had been working its way into his jacket over the weeks and months of campaigning and things like that. These aren't just all fresh splashes. And then as a final touch, I applied two really just simple, very standard dry brushing coats on specific areas, the hem of the coat, like the very base of the coat, and a lot of the areas on the base that would not be beneath his shadow directly, I highlighted with these. Just really, really selective. I didn't take a big brush and do it or anything like that. Just to pick out a bit of the groundwork and give it a bit more depth. So there he is. Now all he needs is a coat or two of thinned down flattening solution, and I might actually then take some gloss and spray it onto his shoulders and onto the base to make it look like it's raining. But we shall see how he looks. Thanks very much for watching, and for this figure and many, many more like them, be sure to check us out at highcaliberminiatures.com. That's our online hobby shop. We're currently in the works of having the entire site renovated. It works now, but I know a lot of our customers in North America have been having frustrating issues, like the site would ask you for a password and things like that, which it's not supposed to do in theory, and so we've had that removed completely, and so it's much more streamlined now. But we're just taking it to the next level and having the site completely redone. It's still up now, and so be sure to check that out. We're currently getting the latest releases from Tommy's War. The guns and the Action at Neri diorama are on their way, and you know, there's always new and exciting stuff going on. Thanks very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.